Hey everyone, it's Stewart from Keller Williams Realty, and I often get asked the question, should I rent my property? Well, I've come up with about 5 things that you should consider before you decide whether you should be a landlord. So the first thing I would say is, how would you respond if a tenant says that they can't afford to pay the rent this month? Or because of the month, maybe it's a holiday season and expenses get higher, they are feeling a little tight and so the rent's going to be late. It's really something to consider as you consider your own budget and your ability to make up the difference in the mortgage if somebody isn't able to make the mortgage payment. So consider that. Number 2 is the pets. A lot of people own pets, dogs, cats. We've seen it all. And you need to decide, are you going to be a landlord that not only accepts pets, but what kinds? Domestic? And are you going to put a weight limit or a type on there? And you have to be careful because there's landlord-tenant laws you have to follow. But pets can be known to wreak a little havoc on our carpets and our maintenance levels and things like that. So when you get that property back, if there's been a dog or a cat that hasn't been able to control themselves very well, you might see that pretty obviously when you get the property back. Number 3 is the condition of your home. Obviously, if you're living there, you're probably taking a great, you're responsible, you're taking care of it, you're managing the landscaping. Well, fortunately, if you've ever been a landlord, you know that a lot of tenants do the very bare minimum to maintain a property, especially landscaping. And so, how are you going to feel if you get the property back in a year or 3 years and there's a lot of wear and tear and, a lot of things that you're going to have to, put money into in order to make it back to where it was. The 4th thing is what happens when problems arise? Let's just say that the tenant calls you and the toilet leaked. Are you able to find somebody pretty quickly to go fix that? Are you able to have a list of contractors in your back pocket that can respond pretty easily? Maybe you'd opt to have a property management company manage it for you at an additional fee per month. But some people, in trying to watch their budget, think that they can manage their own rental. It's a lot of people are perfectly capable of doing so. But what I would recommend is that a good real estate attorney in case you run into any landlord-tenant issues, because you really, really need to follow procedure and know exactly what to do so you don't get yourself into a jam. And the last thing is if you've lived in the property that you're planning on turning into a rental, are you going to alert the neighbors and just let them know? Some neighbors get a little comfortable with the idea because naturally they know you're living there, you're maintaining the landscaping, you're taking good care of the place, but who's the stranger moving in for a temporary moment in time who's going to be their neighbor? Are they going to have a barking dog that's going to keep them up at night? Are they going to take care of the landscaping? Are they going to, take care of it the way that they were hoping you would? So those are just 5 things I recommend people kind of keep in mind. And if you have any questions on whether you should make your house a rental or have any questions about buying investment property, certainly feel free to call me and we can discuss it.